Ready? So we are here with Ned Boulting, ITV legend, broadcasting legend. I think everyone in the UK who watches cycling would recognise your voice. And welcome to Stevenage.
Thank you very much.
How does it compare to Paris?
Well, you know, occasionally it rains on the Champs-Élysées, and then it's even harder, isn't it? Because it's cobbled. Occasionally, not often, but it does from time to time. Yeah. Look, it's totally. You're not comparing like with like, and that's. But for me, that's one of the great things about cycling. That every race in every country, at every level, at every time in the year, has its own distinct characteristics. Yeah. You know, so there's no comparison really, except the two wheels of a bicycle and the legs that make them go round. You know.
What have you thought of this year's Tour Series? Because you've been here at every single round, well, yeah. Obviously for TV, but what have you thought about it? Who do you think is going to win in the end?
Well, I think today well, I just said it on my piece for ITV4. I just said it should be just a lap of coronation for JLT Condor, who have a healthy lead. They would have to wipe out, and Madison Genesis would have to win as a team on the night for them not to seal the overall victory. But that's a really dangerous circuit.
There are some really tight corners.
So, you know, you wouldn't, well, like Mike Northey, who is the director sportif of Madison Genesis, knows that there's a chance that a stroke of ill fortune might just wipe out JLT Condor. Having said that, he said even if that were to happen, and it's very unlikely, he said that's not how he would want to win the series, you know, depending on someone else's misfortune. So there we go. It's unlikely, but you know, stranger things happen.
Speaking about other people's misfortunes, what have you been watching the Giro Italia?
Yes.
What have you been thinking of it? It's just finished yesterday in Milan. Yeah. Dumoulin on top. What are your thoughts on his victory?
I'm very pleased for him. He's a fine rider. He's undergoing what is a very difficult physiological transition to turn yourself from being a pure time trialist, losing all that weight so that you can climb better, and basically he's doing a Bradley Wiggins, isn't he? Yeah. And I admire him greatly. I think he's ridden with considerable self-belief, bravery and maturity, and should have won by a much more handsome margin than he did.
What are your thoughts on stage 16 then?
Was that the one where he went for poo?
Yeah, in the field.
Yeah. Well, that's racing, isn't it? I mean, that is bike racing. It's one of those things, like, as mad as it sounds, the job of a bike racer is to get not only his bicycle, but the body on his bicycle over the finishing line in first place. Now your physiology is part of that, right? So if you get cramp, you get cramp, and that's going to affect your performance. If you're sick, you get sick, and that's going to affect your performance. Frankly, what happened to, without going into details, but what happened to Dumoulin, I'm afraid, is part of managing your body in a race. Yeah. So as hard as that sounds, and as mad as it sounds, that's the name of the game, right? It's all, the whole package is there. You've got to get there, you know. Yeah. You've got to get there.
Nibali Quintana went on. In some ways it's wrong, some ways...
No, it's not wrong. They're in a bike race.
Yeah, but Quintana, when he fell, Dumoulin waited. In some ways it's a two-way street.
Yeah, I mean, what Tom Dumoulin did was probably honourable, but he didn't have to.
I guess.
You know, it's a bike race. Look, if you repeatedly sanitise bike races and everyone has to wait at every different stroke of misfortune for every puncture at every point, it'll become like football, where the players just kick the ball out and stop the game. That decision belongs to the referees.
The racing then becomes sterile.
You got to, you know, it's a bike race.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for talking to us. You can tune into Ned on ITV4 on Tuesday. So yeah, thank you very much.
He wants my job.